Hi angels, welcome back to another DIY. So this video is inspired by Wizard of Waverly Place. I used to love that back when I was in high school. So I was scrolling to the internet like I do all day, every day, and I saw this dress that Alex Russo wore, like a little red carpet. It wasn't like a red carpet, but like they had a little fashion show in the diner, and supermodel, what's her name again? Oh my god, I can't remember the supermodel's name. When I remember it, I'll tell you guys. But she wore this amazing dress. I was like, oh, that seems so simple. Like I can do that in like 2.9 seconds. So I decided, why not recreated it? That's the only reason why we're here right now. I'm bored. So let me tell you guys the supplies that you guys are gonna actually be needing. First thing first, you're gonna need a dress. Second of all, you guys are gonna actually need some comic books. You're probably just gonna need like two in all. Third, you're gonna need some scissors. Fourth, you're gonna need some ribbons. Fifth, you're gonna need some your hot glue gun, or you can use whatever glue you want to use if you don't want to use the hot glue gun. But that's basically all you're gonna need. So first thing first, I ripped out all of the page of the comic books. Next thing I'm gonna do is fold the paper like a hamburger style, and then I'm just gonna rip the paper in half. Rip the comic book paper in half, and I'm gonna keep on doing it over and over and over again for each and every paper that I have, because I wanted to make sure that I have just enough, and I wanted to make sure that I can layer it so that you can actually like see what's going on in the comic books, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of what she was wearing, and so that you guys can get the idea. I don't know why I can't speak right now, but yeah. I'm just gonna be repeating this step over and over again. Folding the paper in a hamburger style, fold it on both sides, and then you can simply just rip it straight down the middle. It doesn't matter if you rip it perfectly or not, because at the end of the day, the ribbon is gonna hide it, so it doesn't really matter. This doesn't have to be a perfectionist or anything like that, but this is the first step. So the next step, since we have I cut up all of the papers, they're in half, it's perfect. Do. That's how the dress look on the mannequin. It's actually a shapewear dress, but whatever. So the next step is I'm gonna take this blue ribbon that I have. I'm just gonna measure it all around the mannequin, just so I can get an idea of how much length I'm gonna need. I'm just gonna be doing it all the way down, because I didn't quite have an idea of how much I was gonna need. So I was like, I'm just cut up a few, and if I need more, then obviously I have enough left over, so I can just cut up more if I want. But that's the second step. This is the second step. As I would 158% suggest you put the dress on the mannequin and start gluing it on, because you cannot do this just placing a dress on the ground and then trying to figure it out, because I can guarantee you, just like the candy dress that I made for Halloween, it's not gonna work. You're actually gonna need to do it on the mannequin. By the way, the candy dress I'm talking about is the dress from the nanny. I made one of her dress, but yeah. So the second step is I'm gonna use my hot glue gun. I'm gonna glue only the top part of the comic book paper on top of the ribbon, and after that, remember the hot glue gun only take like 2.9 seconds for it to dry. So after that, I'm just gonna be shredding the paper using the scissors to just like cut it up, just make it look shredded, if that makes any sense. You guys gonna see what I mean in just right now. What I'm doing right here, just cutting off a little piece. I'm cutting it all the way up to the ribbon. So I'm going to give you guys a better look right here. Just all the way up to the ribbon. Give it a little space in between, and you are good to go. Nice and easy. So is this the third step? Yeah. This is the third step. I actually don't remember how many of these I made, but I know that I use all of the papers in the book. So yeah, that's what we're doing right here, and that's how it looks. It's gonna look good as soon as I start placing it on the mannequin. Right now it doesn't look like anything, but when I finish up with everything, trust me, it's gonna look good. By the way, the supermodel that was wearing this dress is Sydney Crawford. So yeah, I should insert a picture. I don't even know how to insert pictures, but I'm gonna try to insert one or two pictures right here. So give me a second. Let me try to figure this thing out. So this is Sydney Crawford and Alex in the dress. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can find a better picture. That one is kind of blurry. So here are two better pictures. That's Sydney Crawford and Alex, like I showed you guys before. And this is the dress on Alex. It looks pretty good. But that looks like something that what's the girl's name? What's Alex's best friend? Harper. That definitely like something that Harper would have definitely be wearing. It's so extra and like out there. Yeah. Okay. I don't have anything else to say. We're gonna be skipping all the way to the next step because you guys already have an idea of what I am doing. Dun, 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 dun. So this is the final step. We are going to be placing all of the comic books, cutting it up to pieces. We're actually going to be needing a second comic book. So it's best that you guys have two, like what I've told you guys before. You're going to use the second one. I prefer to use the front cover to do the top part of the dress, so that because the cover of the comic books are usually harder and you get more density and everything with that instead of just using like the normal paper. So that's my best suggestion. And I'm just gluing it on, make sure that there's no lump in between, there's no space, and I lay it down nice and flat. I'm going to keep on doing this over and over again, just cutting off a small piece and then just use my hot glue gun to just glue it on. This doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it up and down, left to right, side to side. Just however you feel like, if you can just cover up every single space. Make sure that there is no, you cannot see the dress underneath it. That's my best suggestion. So that's what I'm doing right here. Let me tell you something. The glue, when I was pressing down on the paper, the glue kept on seeping out and burning the living life out of my fingers. So I was just sick and tired of this. But I'm glad I kept on going because the dress turned out so good. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right here. This doesn't have to be perfect. Like if you messed up or if you ripped the paper, all you have to do is just glue on another sheet of paper, another piece of comic book paper on top of it. It can cover up every mistake. So the first layer, boom. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can keep on layering it on and on and on until it is absolutely perfect, or however you guys want it to be. So I decided to start using my scissors to press down on the paper instead of using my hands because I was just sick and tired of getting burned. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Making sure that they cover up the top part of the dress. Like I showed you guys the dress I was wearing before, the top part is very nice and flat. When you start going downwards on the dress, that's where it starts to get scattery. It is scattery. I don't know what it's called, but you understand what I'm trying to tell you. It started getting more dramatic. So we're just working on the top part, and that is how it looks. It looks pretty good. So yeah. Next part is to actually placing all of these that we have on the ribbon all the way down on the dress. So I suggest you starting from the bottom and work your way up, because if you start from the top then work your way down, then you have to keep on lifting up the comic book papers. Try not to get the hot glue gun on it. It's just way easier if you just start from the bottom, work your way up. And since I have this mannequin and it's not a full body mannequin, I decided to the bottom part of the dress that was not on the mannequin, I pushed it up a little bit so that it can cover up the mannequin, and then I started gluing it down. And when I was finished with that, then I just pulled down back the dress, and then I kept on gluing it up and up and up so that all of it was able to cover up. By the way, I only did this to the front of the dress. I didn't do this to the back of it. So that's what I was telling you before. Just rising up the dress so that it can have a shape for when I'm gluing it on. And now this is the fun part. Trying to measure up how much space I need, and then just gluing it on. Onwards, onwards. So I'm gluing it all over the mannequin. Just adding on the glue to the back of it, not where the ribbon is. The way how I did it is the front part where the ribbon is, that's where you can see the story of the comic books. And the back part of it is just, not really important. Just do it over you want to do it. And then just glue it on. And be very careful of the hot glue gun, because even though you're pressing down on it, you can still feel it burning your skin. And if it's way too long, just cut it and you should be good to go. And that's basically it. This is the last and final step. I can't wait for you guys to see how it looks on. You guys already saw how it looks on by the thumbnail, but it looks amazing. Okay, so this is the final product. This is how the dress turned out. I only did the front, I didn't do the back, but I'll give this, honestly, a 10 out of 10. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Everything turned out so good. I hope that you guys like this silly video, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.